Hi guys. So I just hopped in here just to break down a trade that I took pre-market this morning, and I wanted to put it out there just to kind of let you know what I was seeing at the time. So let me turn on my executions. London session wasn't bad last night. When I looked back at London session last night, if I was up, I maybe would have profited from that session because looking at it, at 2 o'clock, this was the range that was created. So there were this inefficiency that caught my eye. So originally, I was going to include the imbalance here because there's a volume imbalance that we normally include when we have a fair value gap. However, because the wick of this candle is above consequent encouragement, I would bring the fair value gap here. This was what I was looking at. Well, this is what I looked at this morning, and it was going up, of course, when it did this sweep here. This was a nice trade going here. I would have missed my fill or TP by a tick or so, and but I would have partial because I would have partial below these equal lows here with this little imbalance left here. So I would have taken one off here and then, or taken most off here and then aimed to get this, which would have been stopped along the way. So London session was not a bad session. Um, but I did not trade London. Going into this morning, I got on the charts, but I did not want to trade ahead of the news. So I was waiting on 8:30 because there was high impact news this morning. However, the first thing that I was looking at was these two relative equal lows here. When the market was going up and I saw that it made this displacement down, I anticipated that it was going to go and take these relative equal lows. However, there wasn't an entry for me at the time. There wasn't an entry that I was comfortable with. I saw all the PRAs, which is the volume imbalance, fair value gaps. I was able to see it, but there wasn't anything that I trusted with my level of experience. Um, I would know exactly what entry models I'm comfortable with. Not saying the others don't work, but my mentor always said, you have to trade the one that sits right with you because you've seen it work so many times. I haven't looked into volume imbalance entries and other entry methods um, in order to get in sync with this run. That would have made me comfortable. So I didn't get in on the run, but I did anticipate it going here. So when it took it here before the news, I was just waiting until the news release came out. I had this fair value gap highlighted, and the price did take the relative equal lows before news. Then I was anticipating that if it wanted to stretch below, because he did say we can include the range that was created before 7 if needed. So when I saw that it took these lows and then I saw that it filled in this imbalance here, there were no more imbalances that was unfilled post 7 o'clock this morning. So my next aim, there wasn't any imbalances. There was this relative equal high that was created. However, being that I feel this imbalance, I was looking for the next best area I thought it would, and I thought it would have went down into this area here where the news candle created relative equal lows. So I was targeting this, and I was also looking at this smooth low right here prior to that run up, the original the origins, the start of the run up right before 7. Okay, so I Waited until the news release came out. That was this candle right here. Saw that it started to move down after filling this imbalance. I wasn't looking at this relative equal high as the draw. I was hoping that it would come and take this out. And then I would probably see a run up into these relative equal highs. However, so it was coming down and then the fair value gap here was created. The executions are really in my way. So, all right, so this fair value gap was created right there. I'm gonna pull this up bigger so you can see. So when I saw that this reacted off this imbalance and started to break down, created a fair value gap here. It hadn't reached a consequent encouragement of this wick as yet for me to get a reaction. So I didn't enter, for me to gauge the strength of the market to see if it wanted to go and take these highs out first. Because I was looking at these highs, but with it rolling over and creating a fair value gap here, and also giving me this displacement that I thought this would have been my order block and leaving another fair value gap here, and it disrespected the consequent encouragement of this wick, which would be this here. So when I saw that it gave me a strong close below the 50%, I was like, okay, it was not gonna go here because it respected the concept. It disrespected the consequent encouragement. I know I still have the last quarter here. However, it didn't need to go this far in order for me to think that okay, it was really weak. So I really anticipated going for these relatively equal lows down here. So I entered when it pulled back. I did not enter on the fair value gap because again I was waiting to see how it would react at the 50% level. Then I saw that it closed at the pullback of this can I entered on the order block here, or what I thought was an order block. So my entry was right here below the order block. So it pulled back. I entered on this order block with my stop above here, 50% of this wick, because that would be the fair value gap here, order block, and the 50% of this wick. So my stop was right here, and then I got stopped out on this candle here. Yeah. So that was my trade idea. I think it's a fairly decent trade idea. I'm gonna journal, maybe reflect later on and see if there was anything else I could have looked at that would have prevented me from taking that loss. I mean, loss is a part of the game. I'm not upset. I just want to know that there wasn't anything else I could have done or seen that would have prevented me from taking this trade because this is a learning opportunity. So, right now, from where I'm sitting, it was a beautiful trade. This is exactly what I wanted. I like seeing, and I did be, I was patient. I didn't enter on the fair value gap here. I was patient. I was waiting to see the reaction here. So when it came in close and pulled back, I had all the reasons to take it lower because it already filled this imbalance and there were relative equal lows here and there are relative equal lows here and there's a new day opening gap here. But it that was a failed trade. So that wraps up my pre-market trade. There is news at 9:45 this morning and 10. So I might wait until those news pass and then I'll attempt another trade in the 10 after 10 area and see how that goes. I do have just one more trade. I give myself two trades per day. And if those fail, then I'm done for the day. So being that it's going to take these relative equal lows, I mean highs up here, I am anticipating that my draw is going to be down here. So I'm really looking for lower prices after the news, but let's see where the market is when it comes up. My mentor is going live right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and end the video so that I can hop on onto the class and learn something. I'm excited about this class because I believe he's gonna go over a London session based on his post this morning. So I'm super excited about the class. So I'll see you guys later. I'll let you guys know if I did take a trade or not. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.